who will be representing the continent at the 2022 FIFA World Cup out there in Qatar in the days ahead. As we all know, the tournament is set to kick off on the 20th of November, which is on Sunday, where we'll have the host Qatar play against Ecuador and many other opening games which will be played there out there in Qatar. So just a reminder, I would please encourage you to go to our Facebook page. Those of you watching on our Facebook page, please like, comment, and share this video. Then you can as well drop your contributions or worries under the comment section of this program on our Facebook page, and I'll sure attend to you backstage. So right away, let's talk about Senegal. We all know that Sadio Mane is down now with an injury which may prevent him from playing the opening games in Qatar. But before that, before we get to talk about Sadio Mane, let's get to hear some statistics about Senegal and Ghana first. And after that, we are going to hear about Morocco and Tunisia. All right, first thing first, while the technical crew is getting set, we would like to have a report of Senegal and Ghana statistics concerning the World Cup. And after that, we'll have that of the North African nations. So, producer, if it's ready, then let's have that of Senegal and Ghana. All right, we may come back to that later. We apologize for that little technical error. We'll come back to that later. Just a reminder that Senegal have been to the World Cup twice, and that is in 2002 and in 2018. So this will be their third participation and back-to-back qualification for 2 editions of the FIFA World Cup. In 2018, they were the first African team in the World Cup history to be eliminated, and they only managed to reach the quarterfinals in 2002. Right now, we'll talk about Sadio Mane. We know that Senegal star player Sadio Mane will have to miss the country's first games in Qatar, since he is still suffering from a leg injury picked up during his club game against Werder Bremen last week. And so there has been no update on his fitness yet. But it is certain, yes, that Senegal will have to do without their marksman who scored Senegal the winning penalty against Egypt to earn them the 2021 African title. Yeah, Senegal's first game is against the Netherlands on Monday, November 21. Then they will have to play host Qatar 4 days later before meeting Ecuador on November 29. Let's get down to Senegal's 26-man squad chosen to represent the country in Qatar by coach Aliou Cissé. For goalkeepers, we have Chelsea's Edouard Mendy, we have Alfred Gomis and Seny Dieng at the goalkeeping compartment. At the defense compartment, there is Bouna Sarr, Saliou Ciss, Kalidou Koulibaly, who is a team captain, Pape Abou Ciss, there is Abdou Diallo, Ibrahima Mbaye, Abdoulaye Seck, Fode Ballo Touré, Cheikhou Kouyaté. At the midfield, there is Pape Matar Sarr, Pape Gueye, Nampalys Mendy, Idrissa Gana Gueye, Mustafa Name, and at the attack, Sadio Mane is leading the attack line alongside Ismaïla Sarr, Bamba Dieng, Keita Balde, Habib Diallo, Boulaye Dia, Famara Ziehu, Mame Baya Thiam, and the head coach is Aliou Cissé. That was it for Senegal's own squad of the 26-man squad chosen to represent the country out there in Qatar in the days ahead. And just to remind you that Senegal are drawn in Group A of the 2022 World Cup alongside the host Qatar, Ecuador, and the Netherlands, who is their very first opponent, whom they are going to play their opening game against on the 21st of November. Let's have the squad list of Ghana. For Ghana, we have Danlat Ibrahim at the goalpost. There is Lawrence Ati, There is Manaf Nuruddin rather. The defense compartment, we have Denis Odoy, we have Tariq Lamte, there is Aliou Seydou, there is Daniel Amate, Joseph Eido, Alexander Njiku, Mohamed Salisu, Abdurrahman Baba, Gideon Mensah. At the midfield, there is Andrew Ayew, Thomas Partey, Elisha Owusu, Salis Abdul Samed, Mohamed Kudus, Daniel Kofi, and for attackers, Jordan Ayew, Osman Bukari, Ikahi Williams, Antoine Semenyo, there is Kamaldeen Sulemana, there is Abdul Fatawa, Kamal Sowa, Daniel Baye. That was it for Ghana's own squad for chosen to represent the colors of the nation out there, and as well, and as we know, they are one of Africa's representative who will be defending the continent out there in Qatar. For Morocco's own squad list, we now get to the North African countries. We have 2 North African countries who will be representing Africa out there in Qatar. We start with Morocco. For Morocco's goalkeeping compartment, there is Yassine Bouno of Sevilla, who was chosen. There is Anas Niti of Raja Casablanca. There is Ahmed Reda, Wydad Casablanca. And for the defenders, there is Soufiane Chakla of O Louvain. There is Nganem Seiz of Wolverhampton. There is Nayef Agwed, I beg your pardon, of Stade Rennes. There is Jawad El Yamik Akraf Hakimi of Paris Saint-Germain. There is Soufiane Alakoch. There is Adam Massina of Watford. There is Soufiane El Karouani. At the midfield compartment, there is Faisal Faye of Sivasspor, Soufiane Amrabat of Fiorentina, Aymane Bakok of Frankfurt, Ilias Chier of Rangers, Imran Louza Watford, Youssef Malé Fiorentina. And at the attack compartment, there is Soufiane Boufal of Angers, there is Akraf Bentraki of Zamalek, there is Muni Haddadi Sevilla, Ayub El Kabi Hatespor, Rian Maye, and there is Yusuf Nesri of Sevilla. Those are the 26 players who have been chosen by Morocco's head coach to represent the country. And now Tunisia's squad. There is Aymen Dayem at the goalkeeping compartment. There is Benchi Ben Said. There is Aymen Balbouli, Moise Hassan. 4 goalkeepers chosen. At the defense compartment, there is Mohamed Draga, Walid Kedrida, Montasa Taubi, Dylan Brun, Nada Gandri, Yassine Meraye, there is Bilal Ifa, Alil Malul, Ali Abdi. At the midfield, there is Aissa Leidouni, Elias Shikri, Hailen Shaleli, there is Ben Romdane, and there is Hannibal, there is Fejani Sassi, there is Anis Ben Slimane, and at the attack compartment, Naim Sliti, Wabi Kazi, Saifeddin Jaziri, Yasin Kenisi, Yusuf Msamkini, and Isam Jebali. These are the 26 players that was chosen by Tunisia's coach to represent the country. And just to mention that all 5 coaches who will be representing, or all 5 coaches who are at the helm of the 5 African nations who will be participating out there at the 2022 edition of the Qatar World Cup are all African coaches. Like we have Cameroon, there's Rigobert Song, there's Aliou Cisse of Senegal, there's Otto Aman of there's Ado Otto of Ghana, and all the other coaches are African coaches who will be representing Africa. So right now, if the technical crew is ready and we already have the reports, the statistics on the African nations who will be representing Africa out there. First of all, let's have that of Senegal and that of Ghana. Definitely it's not ready. We are sorry about that. We are sorry for that technical error. It means we'll have to bring that to you some other time. Probably tomorrow you have that on your screens. That said, ladies and gentlemen, that was it for today's edition of Qatar Prime Brief, which is here to give you theme profile of all the African countries, especially the African countries, theme profile of all the nations, but priority first of all given to the African nations who will be representing Africa or the continent out there in Qatar, and that is why today we ensured that yesterday was that of Cameroon, where we had to give you profile of all the players chosen by Rigobert Song Bahanak, but today we had to touch all remaining four nations as Senegal, Ghana, Tunisia, and Morocco. We gave you the names and everything there is to know about that. Why not tomorrow we can take our time or to talk about France. Maybe we can look at France defending nation the stakes, or rather we can even take our time tomorrow to get interactive with you. Or another thing is we can take our time tomorrow to talk about Cameroon's chances of reaching of cross-passing the group stage of this competition. Yes, we can take our time to talk about Cameroon's chance of cross-passing the group stage, because we very well know that Cameroon has been paired in a group, should I say a group of death, something like that, because they will be facing the very first nation on the FIFA ranking, that's Brazil. For another time again, Cameroon will have to meet Brazil, and we all know that it's definitely not going to be an easy task. Producer, please let's have the nations, the groups of the Qatar World Cup. That's it. We have Senegal, who will go against Qatar, Ecuador, and the Netherlands. And for Cameroon's group, there is Brazil, there is Serbia, and there is Switzerland. These are all nations who also have a very good squad, who have been chosen by their coaches, and we know that it's definitely not going to be an easy nut to crack. Yes, and there is Group H, where Ghana will have to face Cristiano Ronaldo's Portugal. It's definitely going to be a very tough one for Ghana. So we are going to look at the chances of these African teams cross-passing the group stage and even making it to the quarterfinals. Why not the semi-finals, and maybe bring back glory days to Africa by reaching even the finals of the competition, and why not grabbing the trophy or taking it from the hands of France, who are defending champions. Up there, Group D, we have France, who are defending champions, and in that pool there is one of Africa's representatives, Tunisia. Tunisia will have to face Denmark, they'll have to face Australia. And the last pool where we have another African team is Group F, where there is Belgium. Belgium is also one of the powerhouses in world football. I'm sure Belgium is ranked, if I'm not mistaken, Belgium is ranked second on the FIFA ranking. And there in that pool there is Morocco, Peru, Belgium, Canada, and Croatia. That was it for today's edition of Qatar Prime Brief on My Media Prime Television. Like I earlier mentioned, go to our Facebook page, like, comment, and you can as well share this video, and stay tuned to other interesting programs which will be coming up here on My Media Prime Television after Qatar Prime Brief. But then, like I earlier mentioned, if you have a worry, you can drop it under the comment section of this program, and I will definitely attend to you backstage. Keep the rendezvous for tomorrow, same time, 10 minutes after 9 a.m. My name is Macdella Eyong. This program was produced by Johnson Vola. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Qu'est-ce qui se passe? Mais tu es morte, Martin.
Je peux supporter beaucoup de choses.